Alrighty, folks, welcome to Pieces of News. I was not able to start right away because a spider took over my microphone. So if you see me doing this, it's because I'm battling with a spider. Anyway, welcome to you to Pieces of News. We have some interesting points here today. So I will open my computer's a little slow. Person who uses a wheelchair shares tips for being less weird around them. So this comes from Upworthy, and this was written by Annie Renault, Upworthy staff. So thank you, Annie, for writing this article. And this is, I want to say it's Ada Habrick. So he writes an article about, being around other people and the difficulties, how different people behave differently, how people sometimes move him out of the way. It's ridiculous. And I've talked about, manual wheelchair users having that precise problem of being moved out of the way, But he has some words of wisdom here. So, and he says, first remember that wheelchair users are people. They wrote, we are more similar to you than different. We're just sitting down while you're standing up, which is so true. So I think that we need to spread that news and that wisdom so that people think about it, That's the only difference when we're interacting with you. The rest doesn't matter. So, it's wild. It's wild to me how often people will just roll me out of the way. Please don't do this. So that's what he was saying. So that's great to say it publicly. I will certainly put the link down below so you can read the entire article. But it is so true. There are some bits and pieces of truth here that I think the public needs to listen and hear. And I've said before, if anytime you're parked, put your brakes on if you're a manual wheelchair user. And for power wheelchair users, our brakes are always on. And you can't move us. Our power wheelchairs are too heavy. But be polite. Just let us know that you need to go by or you need to go around. There's not enough space. So just let us know, and we'll move out of the way and give you more space. So that was that article from Annie. Then we have a fascinating one here. This one is from some students in China. They're developing some wheels that get firm when you're rolling normally, and then they get really soft when you're going upstairs. So it grabs a hold of each level that you're going, or it'll get soft when you're going over, bumps or something. So that is, it's very intuitive wheels. So I certainly will leave the article here. It has a video along with it. So it's very cool. It's only a minute in I don't know how many minutes, but it's a minute and something. So it's a very short video, but it talks about, these wheels that they're making, discovering in China. So thank you to the students in this university who are exploring new types of wheels for wheelchairs. Looks like power wheelchairs only right now. I can't imagine manual wheelchairs. I think it would slow them down quite a bit. But that is happening. So if it really does hit the market, they'll probably be expensive in the beginning, but hopefully the price will come down eventually. So then we have some sad pieces of news here. South Park's Timmy is inspiring new bouts of harassment against wheelchair users. So South Park has developed or written up a script for a wheelchair user and they harassed Timmy, I guess, in the written scripts. So this is not something that we should tolerate, and I think we all should send in our own um, letters to the authors, because it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. We have enough issues with being harassed or being mistreated by the public. So there is a video here, I think, that you can watch, and it's on YouTube. But anyway, you know, male wheelchair users are reporting that they're being called Timmy. So this should not be now or ever. So Timmy 2000 is a viral sensation on TikTok, and it's a staggering 64.5 million posts tagged with the trend are currently floating around the platform. In many TikTok videos that amass many millions of views, content makers mash up audio and video of Timmy shouting his own name with images, audio, and video of real live people in wheelchairs, making disability the punchline of the joke in a way that Parker and Stone purposefully never did. So it's a problem. So Timothy is an accepted member of the class. He fails to complete homework, faces adversity, and causes trouble with his disabled best friend, Jimmy. His personality is conveyed through the different intonations in which he delivers his name. One episode, Timmy 2000 sees him win a battle of the bands as a frontman for a metal group. The adult characters are shown to respond in an overprotective and condescending way, striking criticisms of the way society often treats disabled people. So, folks, we need to be alert of these things that happen. This comes from Cracked, and this article was written by the BBC journalist Alex Taylor. So thank you, Alex, for putting this up front so we could take a look at it and analyze it and maybe write a few words to the authors of South Park. Then there was an article here from CBC from Toronto. So this was written by, of course, they interviewed him. The problem is in this article that they're considering or put in a bid to be able to remove bike lanes, which this gentleman who uses a wheelchair on Nisi uses to get to work, get around the city, to get things that he needs. And so it is very problematic. So it's a battle right now. You know, I've been able to go all over the city, explore the trails. I've never done that in all of my years of being here. He said, adding it's done wonders for me, for his mental health, and made him much more social. So these bike lanes are protected by a cement bar on the left side, which is great. So you have the sidewalk on the right side and the cement bars on the left, which gives them more protection. We don't have that here in the U.S. Maybe someday. So the city, let me see, council, let me see here. Toronto City councillors voted in favor of a motion by Mayor Olivia Chow on Thursday to formally oppose the legislation. The motion says council will ask the province to work with cities to address congestion and road safety and to remove amendments in the legislation that deal with bike lanes. So it's important not to remove them, and hopefully they don't do that here in the United States. it's important for when we get off the sidewalk, so we have to go around obstacles, especially in the winter. If you are an adventurer and you do go out in the winter, or you're facing an obstacle, or you're trying to go get the bus and you have to get off the sidewalk to go around an obstacle. So this article is important to read to see what problems we're having in Toronto so we can face those here in the U.S. if it ever comes up. So thank you, CBC, for this article. All right, folks, that is it for the pieces of news. I'm hoping all of you are well. Be kind, be good to others, and feel free to check out the videos that are coming up here. That would be awesome to continue to grow our channel. All right, folks, I'll see you in the next one.